To succeed in investing, does market timing matter? Ever feel like you need a finance degree or insider tips to make smart investments? Like only Wall Street pros or company executives can spot the perfect moment to buy in before prices skyrocket. It certainly seems like successful investing is out of reach for the rest of us. But here's the truth. Market timing isn't the secret to success, and you certainly don't need to overcomplicate it to win at investing. In this video, we are breaking down one of the biggest myths in the market. What is market timing? Why does it seem so irresistible? And why do so many people chase after it like it's the holy grail of investing? Most importantly, what should you actually focus on to achieve real financial freedom? Stick around because we're about to uncover the truth about simple, reliable strategies being the ultimate path to financial freedom. What is market timing? Okay, let's talk about market timing. Sounds fancy, right? Let's break it down. Market timing is all about trying to predict when prices will rise or fall, so you can buy low and sell high. The dream? Snagging stocks just before they take off and cashing out before they take a nosedive. Sounds like the ultimate money-making plan. But here's the catch. Predicting short-term market movements is ridiculously hard. Think about it. Markets are influenced by everything, from economic data to global events to, well, people's emotions. Trying to guess all of these is like trying to predict the weather a month from now. Plus, to perfectly time the market, you have to nail two critical moves: to be right when to jump in and to be right when to hop out. Benefits of market timing. Alright, buckle up, because we're diving into some wild what-if scenarios that show just how crazy market timing could be if you had magical powers or a crystal ball. Imagine this. Back in 1926, you tossed $1 into the S&P 500 and just let it chill there for 90 years. By 2016, that single dollar would have grown into a solid $5,700. Not bad for literally doing nothing, right? But if you were a market timing wizard and could perfectly predict every market downturn, that same $1 would have skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $356 billion by 2016. You'd basically be buying your own private island. Or 5. This is the big idea with market timing. It promises to help you avoid the bad times. Still, even partial market timing can be impressive. If you dodged just a single worst month, say September 1931, your $1 would have been worth 42% more than someone who stuck with the market no matter what. By knowing when to buy and sell, you would be guaranteed to hit those insane numbers in profits. Do you get it now? This is why many investors are always obsessed with trying to predict the market. When they aren't diving into super complex financial models stuffed with hundreds of variables, they would be squinting at price charts, hoping they'll crack the secret code. Even worse, they hope that history will continue to repeat itself. It's like a never-ending treasure hunt. But here's the catch. Predicting every single market drop for 90 years? That's like winning the lottery every week for a century. Totally impossible. Even a tiny misstep on either side can mess up your returns big time. It's like trying to play darts blindfolded. Sure, you might hit the bullseye, but odds are you won't. Why you can't time markets. We get that these numbers are fun to imagine. $1 now, becoming billions in dollars. But they also highlight just how impossible it is to get market timing perfect. So is it a fun dream or a stressful gamble? Let's be real. Market timing sounds like the ultimate money hack. Theoretically, it could lead to astronomical returns. But here's the kicker. Even the tiniest mistake will throw your entire plan off course. Let's break it down. If you're trying to time the market and miss just one of the best months for growth over 90 years, your returns will take a serious hit. While a buy and hold investor would turn $1 in 1926 into nearly $5,800 by 2016, missing just the best month means you'd end up with 30% less. Things get worse if you miss multiple growth months. Miss the best 5% of months? your $1 would only grow to $2,937, barely half of what the buy and hold investor earns. And if you miss the best 10% of months, that $1 would shrink to 31 cents. Yes, that's less than you started with. Market timing isn't just about knowing when to sell. You also need to know exactly when to get back in. So you're not just playing one guessing game, you're playing two. And if you're off by even a single month on either side, your returns might still be okay, but they'll be a tiny fraction of what perfect timing could deliver. So yes, market timing sounds amazing on paper, but pulling it off is about as likely as correctly guessing which lottery ticket has the big jackpot. Unless you've got magical powers, or maybe a time machine, it's best to let that dream go. So don't sweat trying to outsmart the market. There are better and way less stressful ways to grow your wealth. So what can regular humans like us do instead? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's look at a strategy anyone can use to make the most out of their investments. The practical way to time the markets. Imagine this. You're handed $2,000 at the start of every year for 20 years, like you get a bonus from your job, and you decide to invest it in the stock market. Sounds straightforward, right? But here's where it gets interesting. What if you could invest that money using different strategies? Let's meet 5 hypothetical investors and see how their approaches panned out. Let's begin with Peter Perfect, the market timing legend. Every year, Peter somehow manages to invest his $2,000 at the exact lowest point of the year. For instance, in 2003, he waited until March 11th, the lowest closing level for the S&P 500 that year, before putting his money in. Magic? Insider info? We can't say for sure, but say he somehow repeated this flawless timing every year until 2022. Then there's Isaac Immediate, the keep it simple investor. As soon as Isaac gets his $2,000 at the start of the year, he invests it on the very first trading day with no hesitation and no overthinking. Our third investor is Matthew Monthly, the slow and steady guy. Matthew splits his $2,000 into 12 equal parts and invests $166.67 at the start of each month, spreading his money throughout the year to avoid any big swings. Then there's Rosie Rotten, with the absolute worst timing. Every year, she invests $2,000 at the market's highest point. For instance, in 2003, she invested on December 31st, the year's market peak. Year after year, her bad luck persisted as she consistently hit those high points. Last would be Larry Linger, the eternal procrastinator. Let's just say he didn't invest in stocks at all, convinced that better opportunities were just around the corner. He parked his money in safe cash investments like treasury bills. Spoiler, Larry might regret this, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. And the results are in. The winner? Unsurprisingly, it was Peter and his perfect market timing wizardry. By hitting the exact lowest market point every year, Peter accumulated a whopping $138,044 by 2022. But let's be real, unless you've got psychic powers, this strategy is pure fantasy for most of us. But that's where things get interesting for people like us. Isaac came in second, with $127,506, just about $10,500 shy of Peter's perfect total. And all Isaac did was invest his $2,000 at the start of every year without worrying about timing. No stress, no guesswork, just a solid, simple plan. Matthew snagged third place with $124,248. By spreading his investments across 12 months, he stayed consistent and earned impressive results. His approach worked well, but trailed Isaac because the market tends to rise over time, meaning Isaac's early investments often snagged lower prices. Now for the surprises. Rosie, the queen of bad timing, didn't do as badly as you'd think. Even though she invested at the market's highest points each year, she still ended up with $112,292, about 3 times more than if she hadn't invested in stocks at all. Which brings us to poor Larry. Stuck in analysis paralysis, he missed the stock market's growth entirely. By staying in cash investments, he ended up with just $43,948, far less than even the unlucky Rosie. Fear is your enemy. Larry's hesitation highlights the biggest mistake you can make: sitting on the sidelines. Ironically, had he invested at the very peaks like Rosie, he would have done much better. Our suggestion: the secret sauce to smart investing: start now, stay consistent. Let's be real, investing can feel intimidating, especially if you're worried about whether now is the right time to jump in. But guess what? You don't need to be a market timing wizard to succeed. In fact, we suggest you take a page out of Isaac's playbook. He kept it simple, and it paid off big. Here's what you can do to start building wealth today. Be like Isaac immediate. Take action now. If you're receiving a paycheck each month, set aside a portion for investing. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Instead, invest your money as soon as it's available. Try dollar cost averaging, DCA. This fancy-sounding term is actually super simple. It means investing a fixed amount at regular intervals, regardless of what the market is doing. Think of it like setting your investments on autopilot. Whether the market is up, down, or sideways, you're consistently putting your money to work. Forget about perfect timing. Again, you're not going to magically buy at the lowest low and sell at the highest high, and that's okay. Financial freedom doesn't require perfection. Instead, it requires a habit, a steady, reliable approach to staying invested, no matter what the market throws your way. When you invest consistently, a few magical things happen. You remove emotions from the equation. No more stressing about market highs or lows. With DCA, you're investing the same amount regularly, so you naturally buy more shares when prices are low and fewer when they're high. You let time do the heavy lifting. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to grow. Even small regular contributions can add up to something big thanks to the power of compounding. You build a winning habit. Success in investing isn't about luck, it's about consistency. By making investing a regular part of your life, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Overall, trying to time the market is a stressful game, and even poor timing beats doing nothing. Start early, be consistent, and let time work its magic. The market rewards those who show up and stick around. So take a page from Isaac's book. Don't wait, don't stress. Just start investing and let time and consistency do the heavy lifting. Ready to kickstart your investment journey? Do share your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future tips.